Hi there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 2691 of What's She Up To Now? SHE, my initials, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom. It's just me documenting my journey here as I transitioned originally from the brick-and-mortar corporate world of businesses over a quarter century in corporate America while simultaneously owning, operating, running different types of businesses. And then I got divorced and decided I needed to do something new and wanted to do something new. So I popped online and I learned about the online world and started to share as part of my coaches back at the time. I guess I still mentor with them a little bit, but my main coaches back then were like, you got to get online. You got to do video. Video is the future, da, 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 da. So I started just hopping on and documenting my journey every day, talking about what I was doing, what's working, what wasn't working, what was frustrating, what rabbit holes I was going down, because boy, have I gone down some shiny object syndrome holes. Just like I think almost everybody who gets online goes through this same journey and path, unless they have a very conscious reason for doing the things that they're doing. If you're following somebody else's plan and doing that step by step by step by step, that is probably one of the quickest, easiest ways to success. At least success based on how they did it, right? You can duplicate that success. And then as you grow and learn, you can branch out and do different things. But I say do something that works first, get your success, get going, get comfortable with different tools and things, and then branch out and do your own thing. So many of us, me included, are guilty of this, of reinventing the wheel when it's not necessary. Well, today we are talking about step 3 of the SOAP framework, which is, again, it's a tool that I created in 2020 as part of the pandemic to keep myself moving forward, because it was easy to just shut down and say, I'm going to watch Netflix all day because can't do this, can't do that, this is shut down, etc. But instead of doing that, I think I did that for a couple of days and I'm like, yeah, this is not going to work for me. What if this goes longer than 2 weeks? Remember, the first shutdown was only going to be for 2 weeks? Yeah. And that turned into almost 2 years in many instances, or absolute positive business closures and failures. And millions of businesses failed during that time, which breaks my heart. So today we're talking about step 3 of the SOAP framework, which is a simple 4-step process to deal with any change, any challenge, any setback, any goal, anything that we want to create. We can use this framework for. I love tools like that, right? That are multi-purpose, multifaceted, can use in any area of our life. And that's what I've done with this for, well, since 2020 for sure. And I really used a similar process before then. I just never called it the SOAP framework. And that I named it because when we name something, we can make it our own and we can use it over and over and over again. Well, with step 3, we are looking at a bunch of decision-making tools, right? Step 3 is about analyzing the alternatives and then taking action now. Taking action today, not waiting, doing something now. Why? Because when we take action, we reinforce the decision that we're going to fill that gap. We're going to get to what it is that we want from where we are right now. And that involves using different decision-making tools. So like the SOAP framework, I have a whole handful. I probably have a spreadsheet of like 100 different decision-making problem-solving tools. But in these challenges, I only share a handful or so of them. Why? Because I want you to pick your own and get really familiar with them. So when something comes up, you don't have to think about, well, how am I going to figure this out? How am I going to choose among alternatives? You're just going to know, you're going to grab a tool and you're going to do it and you're going to move forward. Because anytime we can automate and make quicker, faster decisions, we are more successful. Why? Because most people can't even decide where they want to eat or where they want to go out to or what they want to do with their lives, because they can't make a decision and they're afraid to make a mistake. So if you get really good and quick at decision making, you have an advantage both in your personal life as well as in your professional life and running your business. So what are some of the tools I share over and over and over again? Of course, we've got the urine analysis, and we're going to use, depending on how complicated the problem or the challenges that we're facing, will determine how sophisticated a tool we need to select. Urine analysis is a pretty simple yet sophisticated tool for handling different aspects of, I like to use it when the options are really, really different and really diverse. Nominal group technique is great for groups. My daughter used this one to name her puppy. It took her 3 days, but she was only 9 years old. So I think that was pretty awesome. She had the whole family be her team, voting on the different names she had for her puppy. She literally had 3 notebook pages of names that we had a nominal group technique, and then we broke that down over a series of 3 days to come up with the name she finally selected for her puppy, and that was Cola with a K. But it just goes to show you that this is a pretty sophisticated tool that's usually done by groups with a group facilitator, but a 9-year-old can do it, you can definitely use it too. And it's better for team type decisions. The good old plus or minus, also known as the pros or cons list. This is one of my favorite, probably most used decision-making tools. Why? It's super duper quick and easy. If I start to make a list of pros and cons for an option and I get a whole bunch of negatives, guess what? That one's pretty quickly thrown out. If I get a whole bunch of positives, if I get 3 or 4 positives, that's probably the one I'm going to take action on right away. So it's fast and easy. We talked about the 3 E's tool: effective, effort level, and emotional readiness. Because guess what? If you're not emotionally ready to take action, you're not going to do it. And then also one of my favorites is the head, heart, intuition. Why? Because I've shared several times in stories about how whenever I don't listen to one of those areas, I make the wrong decision or the wrong choice, or a decision that is not best for me, or best for my organization, or best for my family, or best in terms of even at the time, right? I think it is, but if I stuck down my intuition because my gut's saying, no, do not take that person as a partner. Yeah, they look awesome on paper, da-da-da-da-da. Did a background check, yada-da-da-da, but they turn out to be a skunk. So got to listen to all 3 areas and aspects of our life: our intellect, our heart, and our gut, right? Our intuition. All right. So if I can help you anyway, guess what? Ask me. Please ask. Please, please, please. That's what I'm here for. That's my way of contributing, is answering questions and helping to direct people where you need to go in order to get the results that you want in your life. Because that's what it's all about. It's all about you becoming a better version of yourself. And we do that through personal development and growth and looking into things and being curious about things. All right. Have an awesome day. I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.